What just happened? What's up everyone, it's me, Takani here, back with another spectating video. We've seen some weird things in Verdansk, and let me tell you, it's gotta stop. Which is why I'm so excited that there's potentially a new map coming to Warzone. Will it stop people from being weird? Probably not, but at least it won't be the same 4 locations over and over again. Before we jump in this video, I want to thank each and every one of you who's already subbed to this channel. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, what are you doing, man? Almost at 10 subscribers, that's double digits. Get on this train. Whilst you're down there, like the video. And hey, don't forget about the Twitch channel too. Why don't you show that some love? Twitch.tv/Takani. Now have a good day. Let's jump right into the video. Alright. Let's get it popping. So what we're gonna do, as always, we are going to, lightning cloud, okay. We're gonna jump out the plane. We're gonna fly right down to this there beautiful lake. And we are gonna spliddity splat right into the old Groundaruni. Go straight to the Gulag. Now I gotta ask, is this the start of this? Let me try and figure my words. One second. I've gotta kill myself first. Oh no. So I gotta ask quickly, is this style of intro, does that work for you guys? Like me just going straight into the ground? Would you prefer if I went to the AFK zone and try and kill as many people and see who kills me there? Or an alternative, I could just run around the map as reckless as possible, run into as many people as possible and see who kills me. That could be a way to do it. So let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see. Otherwise, if you don't say anything, I'm going to continue thinking that you just want me to spliddity spat into the ground every time. So anyway, moving on. We have got Sletcher, level 277. Already got picked up his first kill here in Nidam, the old restaurante in Dam. Kraut walking his way through the building. They're in, okay. Not many people will actually go to that far corner, so finding that there was a little bit strange, but okay. You do you. And more crouch walking, like a crab. We suspected a crab in Warzone. Could that be a title? The crabbiest player? Another possible title. He seems very concerned that there's going to be people right there, and there's been no indication that there are people over there. No gunshots, nothing popping up on the radar. So unless he knows something that we don't, he's just aiming at wall. Not aiming at anything really. So, okay. In my position, that was me. I'd be aiming at the locations where there would be possible enemies. So you got the windows, you got the ladders, you got the doors. Not necessarily just aiming at walls. And before I continue, I just want to say this isn't me trying to make fun of players and how people play. Like that's not the whole point of this video. Point of these videos is to analyze what players are doing, what they're doing potentially wrong, and how can they ultimately improve, right? If it comes across that I'm just literally belittling these players, that's not my intention at all. Sure, I'm going to comment on them if they're doing on something wrong, but I'm not hating on any of them. Like, these people obviously play in these lobbies, the lobbies that I get in, they're not as sweaty, especially when it's just solos and there's not a tournament going on. So people are a lot more casual. You ain't going to find like Nick Mercs, Tim the Tapman. He would probably be in my lobbies. But you like Nick Mercs, Cloaksy, Symphony, they're definitely not going to be in my lobbies. If they are, then they've just got an absolute gold of a lobby. Gold as in they can just absolutely rinse the entire lobby and probably drop about 30 kills in solos. Which brings me on to another point. Do you want me to continue just spectating solos? Or would you like me to do duos, trios, squads, and try and analyze how teams work rather than just like the solo player, because I can do that. There is an option. It'll be a little bit more difficult to analyze in real time, but it's definitely something worth doing if people find value in that. That's the whole point of this channel, is trying to make sure that people find value from these spectating videos, right? And trying to learn something each and every time I do post. So he's hitting shots by airport, but choosing to do absolutely nothing. I'm wondering what this guy is actually doing, because he's, for one, he's on the wrong side of the wall, because he is completely open to AT tower, airport, you name it. And there's most likely going to be a sniper in AT tower, because let's face it, it's AT tower and it's solos. Sniper, camping, kind of goes hand in hand, right? So he's left his whole left side like completely open. Not the best of moves in that situation if you are just going to choose to sit there. But he doesn't seem concerned at all about getting his loadout, which should be your main priority when you are initially dropping into Verdansk. You want to make sure you get your loadout as quickly as possible, just so then you can get your overkill, you can actually start challenging some people, and then when that free loadout comes in after the first circle, that means you can get Ghost or Restock or whatever you choose for your secondary perk. Another tip that I learned the other day, apparently there's been a bug for Ghost that it doesn't actually work. So while still showing up on Heartbeat and UAVs, hasn't happened to me, but a lot of people in my Twitch channel were saying that it's happened, and it has happened to a lot of players, so maybe bear that in mind. Restock is a very good perk to run. I like to run that as an option if I come back late from the Gulag in sort of like the 5th circle. So when it comes in the 5th circle, that's what I kind of like to use, would go to, especially if there's a building that we know that we want to not camp at, but yeah, camp at, guard, you know, that sort of angle. That'd be a good idea to run Restock, so then you can have your claymores, you can hold down that good position, but only in the final sort of 3 circles is where you want to be running Restock. So this guy, Selector, got his 2nd kill. He's actually got a pretty decent shot on him, so I don't understand why he's not being slightly more aggressive, because clearly he can shoot. I mean, he had the basic what's it, the M9, the LMG, I'm gonna call it the LMG. And I mean, that thing does recoil quite a bit. So the fact he was able to maintain that pretty well, pretty solid, from a semi-decent long way away, he clearly knows how to aim, clearly knows how to play. So if I was him, I'd be trying to get busy right now. Like, let's have a look at the circle. There's not a whole lot of contracts around him. So, I mean, it could be just the fact that he chose an area without contracts because there's going to be less people, because let's face it, how he's playing right now, he doesn't seem to be focused on the kills. He just seems to be focused on getting to the final circles. But if it was me, I'd be trying to land places with contracts so I can get that loadout as soon as possible. If I'm with teams, if I'm with a team, I'll most likely get scavenger, potentially a recon. There is a recon strat that me and my team do, that we will run like 2 or 3 recons, so we roughly know whereabouts the circle is going, gives us enough cash to go get that loadout, and then we can plan our rotations a bit better. Doesn't work all the time. Sometimes where we go, the recons are a bit hot. Sometimes doesn't work out because our helicopter gets blown up, and that slows down our game quite substantially. Or like I said, we get scavengers. They're exceedingly hot because of the amount of money that you get. For this guy, so you see, there's a Bertha coming up to him. He's clearly going for the loadout. So this is your perfect opportunity. There you go. Nice easy kill. Oh, what a shame. No, bless him. What he could have done there, being slightly more toxic, is waited for him, because the guy clearly didn't. The guy clearly knew that he wasn't there, so he had all the time in the world to get that kill. Could have waited until he actually picked up his loadout, and then beamed him. That way you could have choice of 4 loadout classes, loadout guns, I should say, rather than just having to stick to your own. But the guy running a far, and I assume, did I see that right, that he kept the Bison with the stopping power rounds? So he's gone for Ghost. So I'm pretty sure I saw Renetti's in the ground. So now he's looking to push it in, which is good. He's getting that early rotation. So hopefully that means that he's going to get slightly more aggressive. He does have an aggressive class because he is running the FAR, which is very good for medium to short range. Not that great for long range, especially as he doesn't actually have a sight on it. So he's not going to be taking any long range engagements, and he also is running, obviously, the Bison, so another short range weapon. So he's got the class set up to go and hunt some kills. It's whether or not he actually does that, or whether or not he's thinking to the final circle and what? Okay. He's thinking ahead to the final circle, and he just wants to get position, and is expecting expecting it to be in an area that's quite congested. I mean, looking at the circle right now, I mean, it's looking like it could end up towards TV station and stadium. That's gonna be my guess. One thing to also note when you're choosing your drop zone is bear in mind what side the circle is on. So if you've got a circle where this river that runs down the whole of Verdansk is to one side of the circle, you got to think that you want to drop to the side that has more of that land mass in the circle rather than the small area, because that means that you're going to have to at some point cross that lake. And me personally, I'm not a fan of crossing that lake because teams just like to sit there and camp, and it's easy beams on their part, and he's going to get shot. Completely distracted from this gameplay. I apologize. You're here to watch me spectate, not hear me ramble about other things. That guy is clearly his bounty. Okay. So he has got some shots on him. I personally would not be taking a long range engagement with a FAR, especially we know that the guy's got a sniper, so from a long distance perspective, he's going to be outgunned. But he's doing the smart thing, keeping his cover. Backing off is potentially a good play, in all honesty, because, as I said, the guy had a sniper, which means he's got to, in order for him to win that gunfight, he's got to push very close, and by that time, he's probably going to be sniped in the head. He's going to get back in the Bertha.
I'll drive. Get in.
And if that was me, I would probably try and push the guy who was shooting at me, because Berthas are exceedingly OP, especially in solos, and it's exceedingly hard to get shot out of. So the fact that the guy was shooting at him had a sniper, means that that Sletcher could get close enough to him that you can beam him down with his SMG, and the guy probably wouldn't have enough time to change guns. So third circle, and we've got 32 players left. One thing I have noticed about solos compared to everything else is people die, like the lobby dies off so quick, so quick. So people who are getting these like kill records or like these 20+ kill games, they've got to be working so quick, so quick. It's just mind-boggling to me. I think my best kill game in the solos is 12. 12. That sounds about right. I mean, that was a complete fluke as well. I don't know what the hell was going on. But if you get 10+ kills in solo, I would say that you're a very, very competent player. 20+ kills, you're just nuts. Anything higher than 20 is just unfathomable to me. This guy just loves sitting in rocks. He just wants to be one with a rock the entire time, which is fine. No hate, no hate. Again, not hating. I'm not hating on the guy, but he's got 9 grand to spend. If it was me, I'll be utilizing that money. Just watch your Bertha fall off the edge of the map. I'll be heading to the nearest buy station. So for him, that would be, oh my lord, back down in this little village or back up to apartments. Potentially not a good idea to go to apartments because there could be potentially someone sitting up there sniping, which in solos there's most likely going to be. He does also have that guy that was behind him in military base that could be pushing towards him, so he's got to be aware of that. But I would get used to making that money work for you, man. Buy a UAV, buy a self-revive. Doesn't seem like he's been to the Gulag yet, so unless this was my Gulag guy, I don't think it was. Yeah, me personally, if I haven't been to the Gulag, I don't see the point in getting a self-revive. Personally, until I've been to the Gulag, because let's face it, there's more chance that I can get out of the Gulag than I won't. Saying that, I'm probably going to die in the next 30 Gulags that I'm going to be in, so thanks, Matt, for jinxing yourself. But I would buy UAV and then pocket one, and then get rolling, trying to get that next kill. Could also be why I die so much, because I do stupid stuff when I try and push for kills. But I personally like to get bounties and like to try and get better. Is what we all want to do, right? We all want to be that better player. We all want to be the guy who carries their team, and for them to get those accusations in the death comms, like that is, let's face it, that's every Call of Duty player's dream, right? To hear that death comms, so he's got to be hacking.
I'll drive. Get in.
I mean, it's good for him that he's kept this Bertha, because he's going to need it in the later circles. And I'm going to make a prediction right now. There's going to be at least 3 Berthas in the final circle. At least 3 vehicles in a final circle, at least. But they will most likely be Berthas, because they're super overpowered. And because they're just so... it just frustrates me. These heavy powered vehicles like Berthas, like the helicopters, just shouldn't be in solos. If it takes more than 2 rockets to blow up a vehicle, then they shouldn't be in solos, because people will just abuse them. So what this guy is doing right now, he's sitting on the edge of the gas, which is a useful tactic, and then he's going to rotate around the edge of the gas as it comes in, which is called the pinwheel rotation. Thank you very much, Iceman Isaac, for coining that term. And let's face it, every single player now does it. Unless you're kill hunting, where you kind of go wherever you hear gunshots, and you just happen to end up in the final circle. But a lot of players, especially when they're in solos, they like doing their pinwheel rotation. So he's probably looking at his map right now, seeing where to rotate. Personally, for me, this is a lot of open area. I would... There we go. Yeah. That's a good end space to go to. But you've got to think about how you're going to get there. So I wouldn't be taking this route, because it's too out in the open. You're going to be seen by blue roof here, red roof here. So I would personally... I mean, he's got his Bertha. So that would be number 1. Completely forgot that he was going to use his Bertha. Come on, Matt. You've been spectating him for the last 10 minutes. He's going to use his Bertha. Oh, what do you know? Guy on blue. But let's say he didn't have his Bertha. I'd be trying to make sure, utilizing all of these buildings to try and run through, to make sure I have as much possible cover as possible. I'm going to take a sippy sip right now, because hydration is key, people. That's some high quality H2O. So I don't know if you noticed, but there was guy that bought a loadout, I believe in the very tall building. Okay. Yeah. You dog on him, dude. Senor Sniff. You are a little bit bodied. So this guy clearly can hold his own. He's just very comfortable with just taking it nice and casual. Okay, so he's got someone in fire station nearby. The bullfrog. I've never actually used the bullfrog. Never actually seen someone use a bullfrog. Excuse me. In game. So this is gonna be exciting. Hopefully he actually gets to use it instead of dying the first engagement he gets with it. So it looks like it's going to be a downtown thing. Oh, no. Oh, that's a very open. That's a very open circle. Unfortunately, the guy does not have a loadout for an open circle. This is where someone who's going to be sniping is probably going to get the drop on him. Because this is going to be open, expect there, like I said, to be multiple berthers. Multiple vehicles. Because if you're not in a vehicle, you're easy pickings for that sniper. Okay. He's clearly hearing stuff that I don't, because I did not hear that guy at all. Okay, what you want to do? That is unfortunate. Goodbye, Selecha. For what he wanted to do there, yes, you want to keep on moving. That's an option because it's harder to hit. But also, if he'd have mounted up on that ledge right there, then he would have been safer. He wouldn't have had to deal with so much recoil because the FAR. I believe he actually had the wrong setup on the FAR because he had he didn't have the field grip or the bruiser grip, which helps a lot with recoil. So that's why it was jumping all about the place. But if he had mounted up, it would have been a lot more manageable for him. Anyway, we're now spectating Steve Talby. Level 794. Jeez Louise, some guy has been getting some game time. 8 kills to his name. Back with the downtown rooftop campers. We love to see it. We got shots directly below him. No, they're... What just happened? How did he sneak up on that guy? Mate, if that was me, I'd be mad. Man, this guy is toxic. Okay, maybe not. I honestly thought he was just going to be running a riot shield and shotty the entire time. Oh my god. I did not hear that guy. Mooney 108, you sneaky devil. He's only got 2 kills to his name. One of them being our poor Steve Talby. Getting that early position into these buildings. So that's what I would do personally. Because you're going to have everyone coming out of downtown. Please say you're not just going to sit in the corner. Nothing in those files are for you. Ooh. Ah, I was hoping the guy would come into his building. He's just going to be happy just to sit here, isn't he? Spectating the boringest players in Warzone. Another title. Potential title. He did hear some footsteps. I believe that's above him. He is sneaky. This could be his downfall though, because he's moving so meticulously that someone, if they are just pre-aiming the the stairs, they're just going to see his head slowly come up. Okay, someone's coming into your building. There you go. my thoughts, the fact that he threw Molotov, not Molotovs, thermites there, is he's got him on heartbeat and he was just trying to figure out whereabouts he was in the building. Oh, go on, bait him, bait him. This guy is not gonna move. This guy's not gonna move. He's just gonna sit out there because to him this place is safe. This is his safe space. He's just hoping to get some picks. This is why I don't last long in this game. I get way too curious. Is there shots directly below me? I'm peeking. I'm like, oh, can I get in on that action? This is why I don't win many solo games. Whereas people like this, these are the ones that win the solo games because they take it slow, too slow in my opinion. Yeah, you whip out that baby monitor, baby. Yes, he is. He's literally in the building in front of you with the bertha. 2 berthas in the final circle. I was off by 1. I was off by 1. I was close. I was close. You're... Oh my god. Who's going to pick up the bertha? No one's going to pick up the bertha. Someone's going to get this bertha at least. Get the bertha. Get in the bertha. You're stuck. You're stuck. Get in the bertha. There you go. Oh, he's going to die. He died to thermite. Oh, dear God. He got stuck with the thermite? Through the bertha's glass. Damn. Why do we get always the right shielders? Can I ask you that? You're...
Alright, back to action.
I like the gas mask play. Okay, he's getting run up behind him. He's gonna... No! No! He's gonna win! He's gonna win if he just holds a self-revive. Oh. Kinda hoped he had won. I kinda hoped he was just gonna... If he'd have sat there with his self-revive and just popped it slightly, maybe he would have actually won. Oh my goodness sake, yo. End of the game. GG's, everyone. Once again, we didn't spectate the winner. This is upsetting. Every single time, we always spectate the person who dies to the winner. And it's always by gaff. Mega Munchkin. Cracking name. GG's, everyone. GG's. You tell him, man. You tell him. Oh my god. Alright, that's going to wrap up the video. What a way to end it. Cheers for... I can't catch that. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.